Take me through what an average day entails for you here.
Yeah, one of my favorite things is we practice in the morning. You know, it's pretty hot here and humid, so it can get pretty brutal in the afternoons. So we practice first thing in the morning. You just wake up and play, and it's one of my favorite things. So we're out on the field. I mean, you're out there at 8, rolling, and usually we practice from like 8 to 11. You know, we get a little break here for lunch, and guys take care of their body. We got the giant cold tub, you know, ice baths, getting, you know, tissue work, soft tissue work, whatever we're doing. For lunch break, and then come back and we have afternoon lift meetings, walk through all in the afternoon, and then another little break there for dinner, and kind of same thing, guys taking care of their bodies. They're doing tubs again. QBs are always doing kind of an afternoon competition where we kind of get some conditioning in the afternoon. I always find a way to kind of compete, usually split it up, young guys, old guys.
So like, what does that entail?
So yeah, so that'll always be, I mean, from God, the new addition this year is we've incorporated Frisbees. So it's usually partner games. So it's there's always usually 4 quarterbacks in camp. So it's the 2 old guys versus the 2 young guys. And we compete. There's always usually something on the line. And we compete. It could be anything. So like we make up stuff. We've thrown at crossbars. We do relay races, Frisbee contests. I mean, you name it, every day we just kind of make up a different game and compete in the afternoon and somehow try to incorporate conditioning with that. And then that kind of leads straight into...
And the point of that is what? Like just fun,
strictly,
or like
no,
okay.
2 things. One, conditioning, just to kind of move around in the afternoon, get going. But the main thing is, and it's been going ever since we got here, and it's kind of part of the culture that coach kind of brings, and then it's just kind of happened that we compete at something every day. And we do one usually at the end of practice as well. There's some kind of competition every single day with the quarterbacks. You know, and for us, we love to kind of mix the conditioning aspect with it, but that you're going to compete at something every single day and compete hard and go hard. And I think it's just kind of the culture that's been built that you can have healthy competition, you know, and like intense competition, and still remain teammates and still keep the team first. So I think it's a healthy culture. I think something that's just kind of been embraced around here, and we've kept going.
What happened to your voice?
It's camp voice right now. Just, you know, for me, it happens probably periodically. It'll happen in the season too, just from screaming at practice, you know, day in and day out. All of a sudden, this happens, just goes. It takes a couple of days to come back.
So Alex was telling me about these quarterback competitions that exist during training camp, where it's like the vets versus the young guys. Have you had a chance to see those?
Oh yeah, definitely. I've been in 1 or 2 of the QB competitions. Haven't really gave much of a competition to any of them, but I've been in there, you know, just filling leads.
Like, how does it work?
Well, I mean, the players will go, and then it's usually the coaches. It won't necessarily be the veteran guys, but the last one I was in, it was the 4 quarterbacks that we have, me, Coach Nagy, and Coach Kafka. And sure enough, we ended up rolling them.
So, I mean, like, explain what happens.
They just have certain, whether it's it's like an obstacle course for quarterbacks. You have footballs lined up all over the field, whether one's on the 5-yard line on the hash or the 15-yard line on the number, and you got to hit the goalpost. You got to shoot it in a garbage can. You got to hit a cone off the top of a bag. Just little stuff like that kind of challenges your skill, but at the same time makes it fun for the guys around you.
How's Alex do?
He's a very accurate quarterback. So those competitions are kind of like a cakewalk for him. So he usually goes last, knows how many points he needs, and just takes his time to just walk through it and then win the competition for his team.
All right, so the most difficult part of training camp is what?
You know, I think the biggest thing it's subtle, is having a sense of urgency every single day, right? Like, it's easy to get into camp mode and just kind of like be counting down days, right? When's our next day off? When's the game? Or when, you know, and you kind of just are trying to get through it.
Is it pretty brutal?
You know, it's not as bad as it used to be because we don't have 2-a-days anymore, right? 2-a-days are basically gone. It's a practice and a walkthrough. Practices are long. We're long and intense, and we got a lot of reps. And I think it's easy to get that mindset, like let's just get through this. And that can be, I mean, I think that's the easy thing. You know, that's the human nature. I think the hard thing to do is just every single day, every period, every play out there, really, I mean, having a sense of urgency, staying short-sighted. You have to take advantage of all these reps and have to keep a sense of urgency every day and have to have great competition every day. I mean, to get to where we want to go. And I think that's hard to keep that mindset, to keep that focus.